I'm particularly energized by this kind of new reality of leveraging content to drive some sort of meaningful action. Right? Historically, content hasn't been a driver of action-oriented response, but as you're seeing a new layer of richness and creativity and dynamicism enter into the feed experience, and if you just think about Twitter specifically, I think there are profound opportunities for brands to drive that initial action. A lot of retail brands have actually leveraged this notion of telling a story to drive some sort of response, specifically purchase, but I think the opportunities are pretty limitless, and we're just on the cusp. Generally speaking, I'm really bullish on the potential of Vine, right? So Vine, I think today has roughly 40 million users. That in and of itself is pretty compelling, but it's not a reach play, right? It's a storytelling canvas, and we've seen some pretty phenomenal creativity emerge from there. And I'm particularly a huge fan of stop motion animation. I just think it's pushing creators to think through a completely new lens and tell stories in the 6-second narrative. Now, how that connects to Amplify is pretty interesting, right? So the Amplify product was designed to capitalize on live in the moment events, right? And connecting a brand to that experience. What I think is interesting is that it's a 6-second bumper, right? I don't believe that was by accident, right? So I think we're going to start seeing brands capitalize and fully leverage kind of that Vine canvas to tell very quick, compelling stories that perhaps connect a bit more directly to the content they're about to see rather than a traditional pre-roll model. Again, the challenge for Twitter is that it is live and in the moment. How do you create those experiences on a more sustained basis? That's a business obstacle they have to continue to navigate through. But creatively, I think there's a huge amount of potential. Measurement, right, and perceptions of premium and reach. I mean, that's what's holding content marketing at scale, right? So we have this massive amount of momentum and energy surrounding content marketing, but our inability to consistently present sound findings and real business performance is holding us back, right? So I think we need to get much smarter about how do we effectively measure emotion, right? Engagement, attention, and figuring out what those signals are, combined with the traditional diagnostics we've always measured, and start connecting those elegantly to business metrics, right? Business needs. I think as an industry, we owe it all to ourselves to figure this out. I don't think enough attention's been played there. I'm certainly not an analyst by any means, but I recognize the power of data and insights to help sell a concept through, and I believe we can do it.